Hello, everyone. Elder Eileen Jordan here at Fresh Start Church in Ypsilanti, Michigan. And on behalf of my pastor, Gregory Cannon Jr., and my co-pastor, First Lady Sharonda Cannon, I want to welcome you to today's Monday Moment. I'm going to be reading today from a book called A Testament of Hope, the essential writings and speeches of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is in honor of Black History Month. This particular excerpt is from a sermon called The Most Durable Power. And this excerpt was from this sermon that King preached in Montgomery, Alabama on November 6, 1956, just 7 days before the Supreme Court ruled against Alabama's bus segregation laws. Always be sure that you struggle with Christian methods and Christian weapons. Never succumb to the temptation of being bitter. As you press on for justice, be sure to move with dignity and discipline, using only the weapon of love. Let no man pull you so low as to hate him. Always avoid violence. If you succumb to the temptation of using violence in your struggle, unborn generations will be the recipients of a long and desolate night of bitterness, and your chief legacy to the future will be an endless reign of meaningless chaos. In your struggle for justice, let your oppressor know that you are not attempting to defeat or humiliate him, or even to pay him back for injustices that he has heaped upon you. Let him know that you are merely seeking justice for him as well as yourself. Let him know that the festering sore of segregation debilitates the white man as well as the Negro. With this attitude, you will be able to keep your struggle on high Christian standards. Many persons will realize the urgency of seeking to eradicate the evil of segregation. There will be many Negroes who will devote their lives to the cause of freedom. There will be many white persons of goodwill and strong moral sensitivity who will dare to take a stand for justice. Honesty impels me to admit that such a stand will require willingness to suffer and sacrifice. So don't despair if you are condemned and persecuted for righteousness' sake. Whenever you take a stand for truth and justice, you are liable to scorn. Often you will be called an impractical idealist or a dangerous radical. Sometimes it might mean going to jail. If such is the case, you might honorably grace the jail with your presence. It might even mean physical death. But if physical death is the price that some must pay for freedom for their children from a permanent life of psychological death, then nothing could be more Christian. I still believe that standing up for the truth of God is the greatest thing in the world. This is the end of life. The end of life is not to be happy. The end of life is not to achieve pleasure and avoid pain. The end of life is to do the will of God, come what may. I still believe that love is the most durable power in the world. Over the centuries, men have sought to discover the highest good. This has been the chief quest of ethical philosophy. This is one of the biggest questions of Greek philosophy. The Epicureans and the Stoics sought to answer it. Plato and Aristotle sought to answer it. What is the summum bonum of life? I think I have discovered the highest good. It is love. This principle stands at the center of the cosmos. As the Apostle John says, quote, God is love, end quote. He who knows love is a participant in the being of God, but he who hates does not know God. I just want to repeat that last sentence. He who loves is a participant in the being of God. He who hates does not know God. Amen. And I believe that love is the greatest power of the universe. It is a fruit of God's Spirit, and God indeed is love. And we're learning about love and how to love one another as we're planting seeds for love. I invite you to participate in fellowship with me at my church, Fresh Start Church in Ypsilanti, Michigan. You can get information about our airings and our church services, virtual and in person, by text messaging V like virtual church. That's VCHURCH to the number 734-875-8787. I would love to see you there, and until I do, I offer you love, peace, and blessings.